Yes, and it is a Friday, and I know somebody who loves to say TGIF every Friday. Indeed. Let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez.
Yes, TGIF. Can't say it enough today.
I know. I love when you say it.
I know. Good morning, ladies. Good morning to you at home. A malt shop at the center of a hot debate in Albuquerque is getting ready to talk about how he wants to fix a problem with one of his workers. Now, you remember the guy who owns the Route 66 malt shop, Eric Zeman. Well, he says he had a verbal agreement with his workers that they would work at the wage they were hired at, not Albuquerque's minimum wage. Well, then a man who used to work at the malt shop, Kevin O'Leary, spoke out against it. So a city attorney said he would represent O'Leary and help other people who aren't getting paid the minimum wage. Well, we will be at the malt shop this morning and let you know what the owner is planning to do. Water wasters beware. Starting today, fines are doubling in Albuquerque and Bernalillo County. This after the Water Utility Authority declared a drought watch Wednesday. That means fines for wasting water will double from $20 to $40 for things such as letting sprinkler water run down the gutter or watering during the day in the summer. The board even approved a plan to hire 3 extra inspectors to hunt down any water wasters. Albuquerque Public Schools are trying to send a strong message to the courts after a student was accused of bullying and then was allowed to wrestle in the state championship last weekend, even though he was suspended. Listen up here. APS has now filed a motion asking a judge to rethink his decision to allow Nick Chavez, the student, to wrestle. Well, Chavez was suspended from Rio Grande High School last week for bullying after sheriff deputies say that Chavez took another kid's lunch money and slapped him. Well, his family hired a lawyer, got some politicians involved, and even got a judge to have an emergency hearing. And as a result of all of that, the student was allowed to wrestle. So APS is now trying to get that decision reversed. Keeping your kids safe from sexual predators, that's what Albuquerque Police and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security are now teaming up to do. They have what they call a speed unit, and 2 agencies using it together to try and track down and arrest predators who come here from all over the country hoping to prey on kids. Now, a lot of times these sexual offenders are meeting kids online, especially with social media.
This vehicle was seized from an individual who lives in Tennessee and decided that while he was in Albuquerque, he was going to have sex with a child that he met on the internet.
Yeah, pretty disturbing, right? Well, investigators say sexual predators aren't just going online to Facebook and chat rooms anymore. They're going even further and going after kids who are on Xbox and PlayStations, and they're also texting some kids and trying to get their phone numbers. Pretty disturbing right there. All right, the peanut plant in Portales that was at the center of a massive recall last fall is getting ready for an important test. Sunland Inc. will do a production test by the end of this month. The Food and Drug Administration will be there watching. The plant's registration has been suspended because the government says the plant's full of problems and that it is unsanitary. It is connected to the salmonella outbreak that got 41 people sick all over the country last year. That wraps it up for your Friday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 a.m. Ladies, gonna send it back to you on this Friday. Hope you have a great day and a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, Elizabeth. You too. Enjoy the warm weather. I know we will. So